So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Victor Sauceda. I use he, him pronouns. I'm the CEO and founder of Victory Code. I'm also a proud 2020-2021 Alumni Fellow. That says a lot. We started our fellowship in the midst of a pandemic when things were really hard and kind of confusing, but we came together and were able to make an incredible impact on the communities that we served. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to my fellow fellows, Team Oakland, Team Fort Collins, Team Adams County, and Team Santa Barbara County. I was really impressed with the impact that we were able to have on our communities. But wanted to give a little backstory of who I am as a person and what brought me to Code for America. So I was 21 years old at the time, looking at a 36-year prison sentence. 36 years. I was doing the math in my head. I wasn't going to get out till I was 50-something. Thankfully, I got it dropped down to 10 years. But even 10 years at 21 is still a long time. I knew one thing for sure. I never wanted to return to prison. I just didn't know how I was going to do that. Before prison, I had no professional experience. I was thankful to come across a coding program called Unloop that came into the facility. I was just intrigued by the laptops. The fact that we're getting laptops inside of the prison amazed me. I wanted to be able to utilize those laptops. But with that came hard programming. And there's a lot of times where I just wanted to give up because the stuff that I was learning was just too difficult, but I had TAs, and these were incarcerated individuals that wanted to help me out and continue to develop my skills. There was a lot of self-doubt that I had within myself. I didn't know if I was going to be able to enter the tech industry, with a criminal background, being Hispanic, and not having any professional experience. This all played into my mind. But still, I continued to fight because I knew that I didn't want to go back to prison. And this was a hard circumstance to learn how to develop your coding skills because we didn't have the power of the internet. We didn't have things like Google to be able to look up and find answers. We had to kind of just figure these things out on our own. But I think it was this type of thing that really made me understand coding and really wanted me to succeed. So when I heard about this Code for America fellowship, I really liked the fact that they touched on lived experience. So the application that I was developing, called Thrive SBC alongside my fellows, we built a resource application for formerly incarcerated individuals in Santa Barbara County. And what better people to build this application than people like myself, people that have lived experience. So Code for America is living its mission by keeping the humans at the center of the design, even while developing this. So I really want to give a huge shout out to Code for America for being a second chance employer. Says a lot about their organization, right? So for me, what I found most beneficial, even for me, I'm going through the reentry process. I wasn't even out a year from incarceration when starting the fellowship. So I was very much still going through the reentry process. But everybody's reentry process is different. Just because I'm formerly incarcerated, I'm going through the reentry process, doesn't necessarily mean I know everything that everybody's going to. People experience life differently. People experience the reentry process differently. But the fact that we're building the application with them, trying to hear their voices, hear what works, hear what doesn't, I'm able to learn a ton. I think our fellowship was able to learn a ton. And what really made me comfortable, there were all these self-doubts, right? But I didn't know if I should share my criminal background, if this was a space for it. And I talked to my fellows. They said, share your story. It's a powerful story. You're able to connect. And that really meant a lot to me because I was so insecure with my criminal background, whether or not I was going to be accepted. But they accepted me with open arms. And I've been able to grow so much professionally and personally since the fellowship. I'm extremely thankful for the opportunities that Code for America provided, the leadership, the human-centered design. I want to continue to leverage these principles even throughout my own business. I mentioned I started Victory Code. Victory Code is a tech consulting firm for formerly incarcerated individuals to support them in their technology journeys. So, oftentimes it feels like, formerly incarcerated individuals have no taste or no sense of what technology is because we don't have internet on the inside. They expect us to get out, released to the community, and kind of learn this stuff on our own. How much of a difference can it make to an individual who has support, who has somebody that's willing to roll with them through their technology journey? This is what Victory Code is going to provide to our community, and I feel like it will make an increase in digital equity. This wasn't something that was afforded to everybody, but what I felt brought me the most purpose was giving back to the people that are coming behind me. And I really appreciate Code for America for allowing me that space to do this. So thank you all for being here at the CFA Summit.